All right, welcome back. Another topic for Creekside Chat. Here we are sitting here talking about foals again.
Yeah, sitting down by the creek, just having a little chat here, like
Okay.
we like.
So tell me, can you predict whether a foal's good, bad, or ugly?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Abso-freaking-lutely. My favorite thing is to see these foals first 12, 24 hours, because what I've noticed is the absolute stars often are like a little bit ahead of their peers early. They're like super strong, standing, nursing early, like look like they've been alive for 2 weeks already. And then they kind of just, a lot of times will just continue to be that way. Right?
So you, like throughout the foaling season, you always tried to look at a horse within the first 12 to 24 hours, right?
Yeah, like if I get a
And you would send me
notification-
pictures, or you send me notes, or you'd send me thoughts or whatever, and I never look at a foal that early.
Yeah, I know you
right?
don't.
Like
I know.
I hated when you sent me
I
that
know.
stuff because
Yeah.
it was like, you're now poisoning my water.
Yeah.
That was like pure, and I like to see them when they're like 5 to 7 days old.
I think a lot of experienced horsemen fall in your camp.
Yeah.
They want to give them time to kind of knock the foaling dust off and just like settle into life.
Yeah.
And then judge them.
And I think partly for me is when I first started, I was very much involved in their foaling, right? And so I almost needed to take a step back, wait a few days, let them get strong. And so I've kind of just adopted that and stuck with that over the years.
Yeah,
and
it
so for
works for
me,
you, yeah.
it's like I want to see them at 5 to 7 days, maybe even 10 days old.
Yeah.
And I've always told you that maybe not right away, but certainly by the time they're 7 to 10 days old, like I can tell you what they're going to look like, and I kind of know.
Yeah, no, you're really, really strong in that
But
area.
they're the anomalies, right? They're the ones that are just bad all the way up. In fact, we have a 3-year-old that we bred that we talked about euthanizing as a foal because they were so bad.
It's very true. He's
Right?
already qualified. Well, there's even a 2-year-old I'm thinking of that was in the same boat who's now qualified twice already by June 11th.
I know.
And it hasn't
I
looked
know.
awful. So
Right. So there are those ones, and there's obviously the ones that are just, Adonises or Athenas or whatever, or Amazons or whatever you want to say. Right.
Those ones right there, I think, are evident first 12, 24 hours, and then
Probably
continue that
they
way.
are.
And
Yeah.
that's what I like, to capture those and identify those.
But do you think they ever cloud your opinion of them because you fell in love with them so early that as they change and as other ones catch up, that you sometimes continue to put them like on this pedestal?
Yeah, it's a struggle because you really kind of need to judge the horse freshly each time.
Yeah.
But if you liked it from day one, well, then you're in their camp and you want to kind of defend them the whole way.
So
and assume that they're still that
so
nice.
as
But they can
because
drop
we
off.
look at them
Yeah.
like maybe from the time they're born to the time they sell, we probably see every horse 20 to 30
I would hope
times
so.
at least.
Yeah, I would hope
Yeah,
so.
maybe even I'm saying even before prep starts, we've seen them
Yeah.
probably at least 20 times minimum, and maybe up to 30 times. Do you think that your opinion of them on day one ever clouds how you view them as they've changed and as others have gotten better, and maybe that one has dropped off, and vice versa? Ones that you were like, they're so bad, they're weak, they're sickle hawk, they're blah blah blah, they toe out, they toe in, they end up turning out to be good horses. Like that's always my concern, is like pedigree or the way they look early clouds my judgment.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
how do
you-
we get past that? How do we get better at that part?
It's a struggle, but I think I gotta remind myself that they're always eligible to get better. Mm-hmm. And so just because they didn't show all their cards early, and really the question is the first couple months. So
Yeah.
it kind of encompasses where you're talking about too. But let's say a horse doesn't show their cards, like their quality card.
Yeah.
Let's say we're talking about a really quality horse that doesn't show it in the first couple months.
Yeah.
They're like bottom of the pack or whatever it might be. Let's say they had a rough foaling. Let's say they're struggling with something. Let's say they've just been sickly.
Yeah.
It could be any number of things. They always need that chance in your mind to improve and be
A little bit better.
appreciated for whatever they're going to become.
A year or two ago, we stopped getting the horse told to us when we were looking at them. Do you remember that
Yeah.
period? And we've gone back, but that was nice because then you look at the horse as an individual, And then we would make our notes on it, but we would do it blind, right? Not
Yeah.
sire and not dam and not a homebred and not a sale horse. And it was like, that's kind of nice to look at it with like a completely blank slate every single time. Now, as you do this, you learn who they are, and probably 9 times out of 10 you know who they are. But I think that
It's better.
that knowing who they are kind of sways your
Yeah.
opinion.
I think like you at some point you do decide whether they're kind of good, bad, or ugly.
Yes.
And then like I notice like when they're starting to come out as yearlings, you're like, oh, that's blank, that's a good one, or oh, that's blank, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
You know, so I would say we should challenge each other to keep an open mind, allowing a horse to get better, or I guess in some cases worse.
Or then be critical of them as they get worse, because sometimes it's a great mare that we paid a lot of money for, or it's a homebred, and
we've had instances where I can think of a yearling that we own half of right now that we've never seen, right? And so that'll be a totally new experience. We may not see her until she goes into a sale prep or at the sale.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes not looking is better, especially with the horses that need time.
Yeah.
Right, like looking less. Essentially, what we're doing when we're out there looking is we're taking inventory, right? And so we got this herd, and it's worth whatever it's worth, and so we're trying to judge. Okay, is this full crop valuable, not valuable, good, bad? And so we're trying to jump to a conclusion that's very far away.
And a lot of times it's way too early. Yeah.
So we probably put a lot of pressure on trying to decide.
But it's fun. Like at the end of the day, like that is fun. Is
trying to figure out
making impressions.
Yeah, like
good,
there's
bad,
a foal out of a mare named Reggae Hanover out there in the herd that I'm convinced is the best foal.
Yeah.
But if I went and showed that foal to a bunch of people, I don't know that they would agree. But
That's
I saw
fair.
that foal on day one, and it was like it was 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
And it hasn't dropped off to this point, and so that's kind of because of that. And I've seen.
Yeah, he'll always be at, or she will always be at the top, or is it he? He'll be at the top of your
for
list.
me, until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
Whereas, like I've heard you talk about, like the day Pure Country was born, you saw her and you knew she was different.
Yeah.
The day Alter was born, which Alter may not be as much of a household name, but she was one of our faster trotters we've ever bred.
But even Confederate, like I was the only one that was on him when he was a yearling.
Huge props. Yeah. Nobody could see.
Archangel when he was a yearling here. I mean, ones that we've kept over time, like there's certain ones that you just get that feel for.
The standouts.
Yeah. And so you're trying to find those early.
Yeah, of course, right?
Yeah.
But if you've got a certain number of foals and you kind of think everybody's mid-pack, does it really, can you really predict future quality in the first few months?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Especially some people that have done this for a long time. Everybody's got different opinions, but I'd like to hear them.
Yeah, good stuff. We'll see you next time here on Creekside Chat.